Well, this is your host, and today is another wonderful day in the life of an alchemist, where today we are going to talk about Neville Goddard and the exact state of consciousness that attracts miracles. This is episode number 34. So if you're new here, make sure to hit subscribe. And we are continuing with our series on Neville Goddard. And what we've been doing so far in this series is taking each principle individually from his teachings and unpacking it, elaborating on it, giving you some examples and teaching you how you can apply this principle in your own life. Now, in our last episode, we talked about Neville's first principle, which was assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. In this episode, we're going to talk about his second principle, which is assume the exact state of consciousness that will produce the state you want to be in. So let's get right into it. Now, this principle is actually the core of the law of assumption, because it takes us one step further than the first principle by telling us not only to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, but also to assume the entire state of consciousness. So, this means that you need to use your imagination, you need to imagine vividly, and to imagine all the details of the scenario, including yourself and others, including how they react to you and how they treat you. It's about imagining your ideal reality. You have to feel as if it's already happened. And this way of thinking is very powerful because when you do it, you create an energetic imprint in your energy field, which then manifests in the physical world. So basically, this principle tells us that there's no separation between the outer world and the inner world. Your outer world is simply an extension of your inner world. So if you want to change your outer world, you have to start by changing your inner world. And that's exactly what Neville teaches us. He says, if thou wouldst see God, go within. So the first step towards manifesting anything you want is getting clear on what you want. And once you know what you want, the next step is to immerse yourself in the feeling of having already achieved it. Immerse yourself in the state of consciousness of having it. Imagine every little detail of it. Feel the emotions that come up with it. Experience it with every part of your being. Only after you feel it can you really start to believe it. Now, when you're practicing the law of assumption, you don't have to use a vision board. Although it can be helpful, it's not necessary. What's more important is that you cultivate the right state of consciousness. A lot of people make the mistake of using the law of assumption as a wishful thinking exercise. They write down their goals and then they just daydream. But that's not enough. If you really want to manifest something, you have to live it. You have to feel it. You have to experience it. And that's why Neville says, stop trying to change the world, for it is only the mirror man's world which you have created in your own mind. Change the record, not the tape. So instead of trying to change the outer world, focus on changing your inner world. Focus on cultivating the right state of consciousness. And when you do that, you will see that the outer world will change as well. So let me give you an example. Let's say that you want to manifest a new car. You've been dreaming about this car for a long time. You know exactly what you want. A red convertible, a Porsche 911. You see it in your mind's eye, and it looks beautiful. So you write down your goal. You say, I want a red convertible, a Porsche 911. And then you start to daydream about it. You imagine yourself driving the car. You feel the wind in your hair. You smell the leather interior. You hear the engine roaring. But that's not enough. You have to do more than that. You have to live it. You have to feel it. You have to experience it. And that's why Neville says, be not a man of one book, for the whole of life is contained in a single verse. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. So instead of just daydreaming about the car, you have to assume the feeling of having already got it. You have to feel what it feels like to drive the car. You have to feel the joy and the pride and the freedom that comes with owning it. You have to feel the gratitude and the satisfaction and the happiness that comes with driving it. And when you feel it, you have to feel it with every part of your being. You have to feel it in your heart and in your soul. You have to feel it in your bones and in your blood. You have to feel it in your body and in your mind. When you feel it, you have to believe it. When you believe it, you have manifested it. Now, this may sound easy, but it's not. It takes a lot of practice and discipline to cultivate the right state of consciousness. It takes a lot of effort and persistence to maintain it. It takes a lot of patience and faith to trust that it will work. But if you want to manifest something really big and really meaningful, then you have to do it. You have to cultivate the right state of consciousness. You have to live the right state of consciousness. You have to feel the right state of consciousness. And when you do it, you will see that the outer world will change as well. The car will appear in your life somehow, whether through a lottery, an inheritance, a promotion, or a miracle. It doesn't matter how it happens. What matters is that you have the right state of consciousness to receive it. Now, Neville Goddard had many other principles that he shared in his books and lectures, but these are the two most important ones for manifesting. They are the core of his teachings, and they are the foundation of the law of assumption. So if you want to manifest anything you want, then follow these two principles. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Assume the exact state of consciousness that will produce the state you want to be in. Live it, feel it, believe it, and you will have it. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode and I hope you learned something new. If you did, please leave me a comment below. I love reading your comments and I always try to reply to them. Also, if you haven't already, please hit subscribe and join our wonderful community of over 25,000 alchemists. We are growing every day, and I would love to have you on board. Finally, if you want to learn more about Neville Goddard and his teachings, I recommend you to read his book, The Law and the Promise. It's his most famous book and it contains his most powerful teachings. It's a must-read for anyone who wants to manifest anything they want. And with that being said, I wish you all the best in your life and in your journey towards mastery. Know that you are magnificent and I'll see you in the next episode.